What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly appreciated. Listen, big time win for them boys. Getting back in the winning column by beating the Milwaukee Bucks 127-98. The Captain, 27 big points, 3 assists. And the Big Cat, another double-double on the season, 17 and 13. OG Anunoby was big tonight, 24 big points for him, 7 Knicks in double figures. Domination from beginning to end. The Knicks were up by 20 going into the half, and that was pretty much the ball game. And this is what you're supposed to do. To end off the road trip, you smack around a team that you're much better than, that's not even in the playoffs or in the playoff runs, is the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks, of course, being down Giannis, the Greek Freak, and you blow them out. That's what you should do by 30 points almost, pretty much. This is how it should look, man. This is how it should look. You know, pretty much the Knicks end the road trip going 2-1 on the road trip, which I think is awesome. Getting ready for the game Saturday against the Spurs, which is a highly anticipated matchup. So it's a great way to end off the road trip, right? And so I think it was great. A game, you know, especially what happened a couple of days ago. Knicks had 2 days off, and it looked like it. Captain started things off. He was sharp, man. He was as sharp as sharp can be. 22 big points for him in that first quarter, which I thought was huge. And that pretty much set the tone. Then Towns pretty much carried over. He had 12 in that second quarter. And then OG Anunoby was big in that third quarter. 15 big points for him, which pretty much added on to, you know, pretty much 15 of his 24. But what I thought was huge, a huge stat, is that the Knicks had 18 fast break points in the first half. Yeah, I said it, 18. 18 fast break points for them. And that was big, man. That was big. I thought the Knicks got after it all game. I thought everybody looked great. I thought Bridges looked great. The Josh Hart was big. Also, Josh Hart was big in that first quarter. Also with Brunson, he had like 11 points, or he had 10 of his 12 points, I believe. And he had a great game too. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and it was a great bounce back game. I thought for Mikal Bridges, I thought he was solid also. Right, he had 10 points, he had 6 assists, but also once again, he dominated in the stocks. Mikal Bridges had 4 stocks. He had 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was exceptional, man. It was really good to see. Really good to see. And guys, also, too, you got to be happy with the minutes distribution tonight. OG Anunoby only played 28 minutes tonight. The Big Cat only played 29 minutes. Josh Hart only played 25. Mikal Bridges only played 26 minutes. And Jalen Brunson only played 31 minutes. So this is a great way to end off the road trip, man. Great way. Great way. I thought they were extremely awesome. Just the whole team, everybody. And great bounce back game, man. Knicks were great offensively, too. The Knicks made 21 three-pointers, 21 for 42. They shot 50% from the three-point line and 52% from the field, 46 of 88. And they were great from the stripe, 14 of 16, which was awesome. They also out-rebounded the Bucks 44-34. And the Knicks, when I think they're at their best, is when they get over 30 assists in the game. They had 33 assists tonight, 5 from Alvarado, 3 from Shamet, 3 from Mitch, 2 from Diawara, 3 from the Captain, 6 from Bridges, 5 from Josh Hart, 1 from Towns, 3 for OG Anunoby. I'm missing out some people. I think Jamison might have had 1, and Akporte had 1, but that was pretty much it. It was a lot of sharing and caring tonight, as the great Clyde would say. It was great to see, man. It was great to see. Knicks pretty much dominated them, man, from beginning to end, and that's how it should look. That's how it should look against a team like this. That's just pretty much what should happen. All right, let me get in the chat here, man. Big Taz, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Wonder Woman, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. HRM times the Great. Not sure who that is, but I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. It's truly appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. HRM times the Great. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. Big time win for them boys. Big time win. Listen, I thought it was a great win. Great way to kind of get back in the winning column. I thought Jalen Brunson pretty much had a message to show, right? He didn't like how we lost the other day against Cleveland. I thought we looked terrible, but tonight we looked sharp. Those 2 days off definitely helped this team. And the captain pretty much led the charge, man. This is how it should be with a guy like that. I thought that he took full advantage of the fact that there's no one out there, no one that can check him. And he just pretty much just started dominating from the get-go. And I think that that's great because it set the tone. And the way he was playing, I thought Josh Hart was big too in that first quarter, but really it was the captain. He was setting the tone that whole first quarter. And then everyone else followed suit after that. Everyone else followed suit. And I thought that you saw a team that was very, very confident in their shot making. You showed the sort of offense was flowing. No one was overthinking. Of course, you know how Mike Brown is. He wants you to get in the paint, 2 feet in the paint, kick out, and stuff like that. You saw those things happening tonight, and guys weren't overthinking things, and everything was flowing. Once again, like I said, 33 assists tonight, right? Which I think the Knicks are fabulous when they start doing the sharing, caring, as Clyde would say, and you have over 30 assists, which I thought was awesome. And so you saw the offense flowing. Guys were knocking down shots, but I think they were knocking down shots because they were in flow of the offense. I don't think guys are trying to force things. I thought guys are just, taking full advantage of mismatches, and guys are making quick decisions with the rock, and that was it. And I thought also, too, we got after it defensively. Like I said, 18 fast break points. The Bucks were turning the ball over left and right. Let me see. Make sure I got the stats right. The Bucks had how many turnovers they had, man? They had 16 turnovers that led to 19 points for the Knicks. And so that was huge. That was huge, man, for this team. And also, too, which is big for the Knicks, they had 32 points in the paint. So all in all, we pretty much dominated the game. We had 23 fast break points to their 5. So the Knicks were getting after it, man, from beginning to end. And I think, they pretty much wanted to set the tone, man. They really, truly, truly did. And I think through that kind of like, everyone else kind of fed into it. Like everyone else has just spilled over. I thought it was a great bounce back game for OG Anunoby. Huge, much needed. He has not been playing well. And when he's playing really well, this team is extremely, extremely hard to beat. And I think that was big for them tonight because, listen, guys, I've stressed this and I said this on my last show, right? The whole thing about Bridges and how everyone's like pretty much attacks Bridges and gets on him and stuff like that about how he's been playing. And I would say, listen, we got to really start kind of looking at OG Anunoby too. Listen, they made a lot of moves and a lot of concessions to bring him here. So I think it's very, very important for us to identify that he's got to play better. And I thought he came out and he played extremely well tonight. And when you get this OG Anunoby, the Knicks are very, very hard to beat. And so I thought that he took charge. I thought his shot was falling. And then through that, he started getting after it defensively, right? He got a couple of steals tonight. Of course, he had that one steal. I forget who he stripped. I think he stripped what was it, Kevin Porter, right? Kevin Porter Jr., I think that's his name. He stripped Kevin Porter and got the dunk at the other end. And that's when he's at his best. When he's doing that and he's attacking like that and he's playing like just, the way OG Anunoby plays, which we know how he does play, aggressive in the defensive end and attacking offensively, that's when he's at his best, man. I thought he was awesome tonight. 2 steals tonight for him. He was 24 points, 8 for 10 from the field, 5 for 7 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He was a plus 20 tonight, man. Listen, I thought it was a great game for OG Anunoby. Great game, great game for him. We need him, man. We need him. Listen, the guy's not getting 200-something million for nothing. And so we're going to need his production like all the time. He can't be like up and down and stuff like that, sometimes how he can be. And so I think it's very, very important to try to make sure that we continue to feed him, continue to feature him. Because, outside of Cat and Brunson, he's the next, to me, offensive threat on this team. He's the biggest, he's the biggest offensive guy that we have, as well as also what he does on the defensive end. So I thought it was big for him to have a huge game. Of course, coming off of that toe injury, but I thought it was big for him. All right, so with that being said, let's go to OG Anunoby. Let's listen to what he had to say after the game. Pull this up for you guys. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man, on this Friday night Nets, man. Hope everyone's
a win to end this road trip.
Just knowing they're a great team, coming out, trying to get stops, and then just play fast, play in transition.
Now, what was the difference tonight? Just looking at the box score and seeing 7 different guys in double figures, including yourself. What was the energy, the shift? What was the difference tonight versus last game?
Probably just ball movement, and then shooting with confidence. We made shots today. That's how it goes sometimes. You miss some shots. Next game you make them, that's how it goes. But just playing the right way, taking good shots, moving the ball, and everyone having confidence in each other.
The best game we've seen from you since the All-Star break and coming off the injury. How are you feeling, and how satisfying was tonight's 24-point performance?
It's cool, but, we play again Sunday or something.
Yes.
So just ready for the next game,
And how important is it, not only at this time of year, but really on this road trip, this 3-game road trip, to close a trip like this and really just to get wins on this side of All-Star break as you create momentum? How important is a win like tonight?
Any game you win is big time. Winning in the NBA is very hard, so you never take it for granted. And, just the momentum going back home, protect our home court.
OG Anunoby, thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
Knicks beat the Bucks.
Hey, listen, great breakdown. Great breakdown by OG Anunoby, man. I think it's huge what he stated. It's very, very hard to win this league. It is. It is. And I think the Knicks are a really good team, man. We've talked about this before. But you can't get too high and get too low on this team, right? You got to remain even keel because the schedule is about to get real. It is. I'm going to bring it up to you guys later. But I thought it was great what he said, man. It's really hard to win this league. So when you get wins like this, you got to kind of take full advantage of it. The Bucks have been on the heater, man. They've won 8 out of their last 11 games, I think, something like that. Or they've been playing really well as of late. So this is definitely a trap game because it's right like I said mentioned to you guys, right after Cleveland and right before San Antonio. So you could have a team tonight that went into this game thinking about Sunday, right, and getting back home, of course, after this long road trip, but they weren't. You saw a team determined and locked in to pretty much end the road trip, in a great way, man. And so I thought this was a great showing by the team today, man, especially OG Anunoby. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Truly appreciate it. Big time win from the boys, 127-98. The Big Cat, 17 points, 13 rebounds. HRM, okay, Yuri put you on. Okay, yeah, Yuri's my guy, man. Yuri's my guy. Okay. Okay, Big Taz, as Clyde Frazier will always say, the court is 15 feet wide, but not wide enough for OG. Yeah, he would say that all the time, man. Clyde's funny. Eric Green says, what's good, everybody? Strong win. Listen, a great win, man. Great win. Much needed, too, Eric Green. Much needed. This team has kind of been – it's a roller coaster with these guys, man. You know that. You don't know what team you're getting. And so when they play like this, you say to yourself, can no one beat this team in the East? There's no one who could beat them at all. But then they go through their lulls, man. They go through their lulls. And I think that you just saw a team that was locked in tonight. I felt like they were really, really wanted to send a statement and wanted to end off this road trip strong. But once again, they're so up and down that you don't know what you're getting. But also, too, like I mentioned on the last show, it feels like to me the Knicks are coasting. Feels like they're coasting to the playoffs. And I think a big part of this also, too, is what happened last year. Do you guys not remember, last year, after the playoffs, Josh Hart made a very, very big statement. And he said he felt really, really bad for how he played in the Indiana series. He said, but to be honest, he said he had nothing left. He was gassed. He did not have anything else to give. And that's why he felt like he didn't play his best in Indiana. But he didn't have anything left. Remember, 82 games season. What was that? The third round in the playoffs, right? So they played, I don't know how many games they played. They beat Boston in 6. They beat Detroit in 6, right? So 12-12. What is that? 24. So that's easily over 100 games that they've been playing, on top of them going 6 with Indiana, right? So just think about that, right? Think about that. So it's tough, man. It's really, 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 really hard to win in this league. And a lot of times when you get to this level, you get far in the playoffs, it's really the law of attrition. And I think the Knicks they were gassed by the time they got to the Eastern Conference Finals. And that played a big part in, Tibbs not being here and on top of other things that I've mentioned before in the show. But that played a major part. And so it feels like to me that this team is kind of coasting until they get to the playoffs. And that's why I think they are the way that they are with certain games and certain teams. Like sometimes they may go, because I think they're trying to save their energy and save their gas for the playoffs. And I think that plays a major part because of what happened last year. I mean, I don't want to say it's kind of like a, like a PTSD thing. I don't want to say that, but I think that's playing a part here in their decisions and how hard they play sometimes, and how you just see this team. They just look all over the place, like a Jekyll and Hyde. But I think that plays a major part. Something tells me, I don't know why, But something in my gut tells me that you're going to see a very, very locked in Knicks team when the playoffs come. And a team that's going to be ready to go. And I think is going to be extremely, extremely dangerous in the playoffs, because I think the way the roster is built, they're built for the playoffs because of what they can do offensively and defensively when they're locked in for 48 minutes. You see it. And then, of course, you guys heard the news of Deuce being out for the rest of the season. I mean, we knew that was going to happen. We kind of expected that he would probably return probably like first round, right? Or maybe even the second round of playoffs, right? We kind of felt like he would be back for the playoffs. So I'm not surprised, based on the reports that came out that he was going to be out for the rest of the season. I mean, we knew this, right, because of this injury. And I've also seen reports, too, where they remember they had him for 6 to 8 weeks. I'm hearing things out there that it's kind of really more like the 10 to 12 weeks. It's not 6 to 8 with this injury. So I'm hearing things like that being floating around there. I've seen it like on Twitter and stuff like that. So this is kind of going to be a little bit longer, right? So I think he's back for the playoffs, though, and so he's a major cog to what it is that we like to do. So getting him back will be fabulous. Fabulous. So we just got to let him heal up. The fact that he's on the road trip is great because he's probably getting in work and probably rehabbing with with the doctors there and the team doctors there. They kind of keep get him prepped and ready. So when they do press the go button, that he's ready to go, I think he's going to be ready. And so to me, that's a big part. Okay, Big Taz says, LB man, question. Do you think the Knicks are also keeping certain things a secret as far as their plays and saving a lot for the playoffs? I don't know. I'm assuming you mean the Knicks. I'm assuming you mean like Mike Brown, right, with the coaching staff. I'm sure there's certain sets that maybe he hasn't thrown out yet that maybe he wants to do. I could see something like that, Big Taz. But I think they're pretty much running what they're gonna run. But maybe if it's maybe a certain wrinkle, right, that no one's seen before, maybe something like that, possibly. But I think this is pretty much what it's going to be, Big Task. I think this is it. I mean, I think that, if you're looking for the players to pull out magic tricks, that's the wrong time to do that, because that's when you should really be locked in more so, because you got to know exactly what you do, how to do it. You should have perfected your craft. So when you go against these top teams, it doesn't really matter what they throw at you. You guys are going to be able to, pretty much follow through with your offense and make things run the way it should, and also to be able to get stops where you need to get stops. Because the playoffs, to be honest with you, Big Tats, it's not really so much about the X's and O's. It's really about the Jimmies and the Joes, right? Jimmies and the Joes meaning who's got the guy, or the guys that can get a bucket. Because when the playoffs come, you remember, I've always said this on my show, the court shrinks. So the refs swallow their whistle. You're not going to really get that many calls like that. You got to kind of play through certain things. So the really, really elite guys, they have a counter for a counter for a counter. So no matter what your defense does, they have a counter to that. And they're able to get their shot off and get a bucket no matter what. And that's where Brunson kind of ascends a bit, right? This is when he really starts turning up, because he has that. He has that extra gear, I'll say that. To when a defense is being thrown at him, he knows what the counter is for that, right? And only the elite guys can do that. He's starting to kind of fall into that category because of what he can do offensively and how he's cold-blooded in those moments, man. Cold-blooded. He does not flinch. Some guys' palms get sweaty. His doesn't. Some guys' hearts start racing. His doesn't. His heart is beating at a regular beat, and he's as cool as a cucumber in those moments, man. And those are the guys that you need. And that's where, having him, gives us pretty much a chance to make it that far, because when, as we've seen, you need those guys to make shots, man. And that's what it is in the playoffs, really. It doesn't really come down to really anything else but that. You got to get a bucket, man. You got to get a bucket. Can you do that when the time is asking for it? When it's 2 minutes left in the game and the score's tied, or you're down 1 or you're up 1, and it's time to pretty much seal the deal. That's where he's at his best. And so for me, I'm happy that we got that guy on our team. And then also, too, with a guy like Towns coming around, you see how well he's been playing the last 5 or 6 games. He's looking really good coming back from the All-Star break, and that's what we need from him. And they're starting to feature him a little bit more, too, if you guys are paying attention to that. So it's just great to see, man. And I think that, through our struggles, there is a positive on the other end, because I feel like we still haven't played our best basketball yet. I feel like in the beginning of the year, we kind of was playing like really good, but I think that in this stretch, we haven't really played our best basketball. And so I think that there's still so much more growth for this team, but also too, I feel like we're built for the playoffs, man. I think we are. And I think unlike other teams, we're so battle tested that in those moments when the playoffs come, guys aren't going to be nervous. Like, guys aren't going to have sweaty palms because they've been down this road before. Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Towns, even Money Making Mitch, even Deuce, even Shamet. Those guys got a lot of playoff games underneath their belt. So they're battle tested, and so I think that we'll be ready more so than other teams. The only team outside of that would be a team like Boston, right, who is also battle tested, right? But outside of that, there's no one else that's more battle tested than the Knicks. And so that should be exciting. That's what should be exciting. I think we're going to kind of raise some eyebrows when the playoffs come. Hey, Yuri, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys. 127-98. The Big Cat. 17 points, 13 rebounds. Another double-double for him. Edward Walker, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. 127-98. The captain. 27 points, 3 assists. Yeah. Yo, listen, I agree, man. It's definitely like being on a roller coaster ride. Well, that's without it. That's no question on that, man. I mean, it's extremely funny. But but Edward Walker, I will tell you this. Cleveland lost again tonight. So what are we up now on Cleveland? What are we up now on them? What is it? A game? Let me see. Let me look at the standings here really, really quick. Look at the standings. Look at the standings really quickly. Hope everyone's doing good today. Okay, because I think because they lost tonight and we won, so I think we might be. What is it? A game? Yeah, we're up a game and a half on them now, guys. And remember, we own the series with them. We won the series 2-1. So we're up a game and a half on them, man. So, we can kind of build in this lead. Boston won tonight. We're a game and a half out there. I think we can catch Boston. They're 39-20, right? And we're 38-22. And I think also, too, I think we can beat the Spurs Sunday. I'm going to elaborate a little bit about that a little bit more later. Oh, excuse me. But, yeah, we're basically almost up 2 games on the Cavaliers. So that was big that they lost tonight. Big. And also, too, they lost the other night, too. And I heard also, too, if I'm correct, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that true that James Harden broke his thumb? Is that what happened with him? I think Harden broke his thumb or something like that, right? Is that what they stated? I mean, I don't know if he played tonight. I mean, I don't know what the situation is with that, but I don't, that's like a serious thing here, man. That's like super duper serious. You know what I'm saying? That's super duper serious. He broke his thumb, man. That's a real serious thing, man, with the Harden piece. And that that can have a super major impact on them going, as far as their future goes, to be honest with you. Because I think the Cavs are good. I mean, but I don't, but I mean, after what I saw the other night, we should have beat them, man. They're not better than the Knicks. Like, they're just not. And watching them and kind of seeing like how they played, I just was like, okay, man, I'm not impressed. Even with Harden, I'm not impressed. So they're not a team. I don't know. I'm just not worried about them. I mean, the biggest team to me is Boston. If Tatum comes back, I think they're super dangerous because they could score and they could defend, and they've been playing. They're battle tested, right? And I'll be honest with you, Detroit is Detroit, but they got to show me something in the playoffs, man. They showed me something, we're good. But outside of that, I kind of have to see it, man. To be honest with you, I kind of have to see it. The playoffs are just so different, man. They just are. So for me, certain teams who I do have my eye on, I really have my eye on. Boston. That's who I'm watching. That's who I'm watching them closely, man, to kind of see. Hey, Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing good tonight on this Friday night. Big time win for the boys, 127-98. Edward Walker, dislocated thumb. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, yes. He's going to play through that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how he's going to be able to play through that, right? So I don't look at Big Taz. Big Taz said, "Yeah, man. They said he broke it during the next game." Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I like so. He's got to develop that, man. He's got to develop that, Coach. And we cannot put him in the corner to shoot threes or put him on the court where non-shooters agree. I totally agree. Once again, Diawara looks really, really good, man. Really, really good. Guys, he's hard. You can't keep him off the court, man. You can't. Every time you put him out there, he's playing extremely, extremely well. How do you sit this kid, man? He's 20 years old. How do you sit him? About 6'9", 6'10". He looked great again. He looked great today, man. Great. I don't know. I mean, I like the Sohan piece, man. I do, but I don't know, man. You might have to just do defensive stuff with him. I like Sohan. I want to keep Sohan too. I don't want to, because I like what he brings. I just think he's got to develop his shot, because if he develops the shot, imagine what you're getting with him. That size, because that's what the beauty of Sohan. He's about 6'8", same size as OG Anunoby. You see him out there; he's huge. So if he could develop a shot, the way he plays defense, and as pesky as he is, I think he could be huge for the Knicks. Huge. And also, too, he's only 22 years old. Once again, I'm thinking about the future. All these guys are older. OG is going to be 29 this year. Brunson, I believe, is already 30. Cat is 30. Josh is 30. Bridges, I believe, is the same age, about 28, 29. Right? So the young guys here, even Alvarado's 27. The young guys here are Deuce, Diawara, and Sohan. Right? So, I mean, Kolek, but I think Kolek's kind of done with, you know what I mean, with Alvarado here. So, once again, it's all about development, right? So, I think that this, Sohan, he just got to develop his jumper over the summer, which I think he can. What's the guy's name again? The shooting coach, Peter Patton. Is that his name? Peter Patton. I'm saying. What's his name? I think. Am I saying it right? Yeah, I am right. Peter Patton. There you go. See, I know. LV, man. I did pretty good. Round of applause for LV. But anyway, I'm just saying, if he works with him during the summer, because Josh gives him credit for really helping him. He's also the one that's helped Mitch knock down free throws. So if this guy can really help Sohan really kind of, get that jumper together, tighten it up during the summer, along with that size and the defensive intensity that he brings, I think he'll be great for us in the future. Great in the future for us. Big Tass, I still believe that the Knicks look at the Pistons as a little brother. They can finally shoot the ball. Yeah, man, the Pistons are good, man. They're really good, but playoffs is different, man. We got to see what they're going to do in the playoffs. Like that's the thing with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're good, they're solid, but this is regular season, man. And they're going hard in the regular season. They're going hard to send a message. And you see the Knicks are kind of coasting. Even OKC is coasting. They're resting Shea, they're resting Jalen Williams, they're resting a lot of these guys, man. Resting a lot of these guys. And so the really good teams are kind of coasting, if you notice. Right? You guys notice that? Like, even with the Knicks, right? You can see. And so, and that's what it feels like. Yuri, I got you, Yuri. One minute, Yuri. Okay, so coach says just play Soham McCat. See, I like that too. But coach, man, it's kind of hard to keep DOR off the court, man. He's playing really, really well. So I don't know how you sit him. He hasn't played in a couple of games. And look what he did. He came out here and look how well he played. The he's ascending, man. He's getting better and better and better. So I don't know how you sit him. I just don't know how you do that as well as he's been playing. And here's the thing. He hasn't been playing a lot since Sohan came. These last 3 or 4 games, he hasn't played at all. So now he comes back, he plays, and he has 10 points, and he looks great out there, knocking down threes, everything. Getting after it defensively, taking it to the rack, finishing at the rim, going strong to the rack, also too, getting fouled, playing with a lot of confidence. Like I just don't know how you keep him on the bench. Like how do you do that with him? I don't know, man. I just don't know. Look at Big Taz. The confidence of DOR makes it tough to just treat him like agreed. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know how you keep him on the bench. Coach says trade Josh. Josh is not going anywhere, coach. Josh isn't going anywhere. The roommates. He's coach. He's locked in, coach. He's locked in forever. He's not going anywhere. If you down with the captain, you good money. He ain't going nowhere, man. There's no way. No way he's going anywhere. If there's any way he's going on the bench to come off the bench. But as far as getting traded, not happening. He's going to retire a Knick, man. As long as Leon's here, he's going to retire a Knick. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Great win for them boys. Great win for them boys. Much needed, man. Especially to end off this road trip, man. Especially perfect way to end off this road trip, which I think was really, really awesome. You know, this Midwest trip is dangerous, man, because there's a lot of good teams out there. A lot of good teams, and they play you extremely hard in the Midwest, man. So it's tough, right? But Knicks are able to get 2 out of 3, man, on this road trip, which I thought was awesome. Hey, did you guys see the roar of the crowd, man, when Cola came in, man? That was awesome. I thought, man. I thought that was awesome for him to kind of get, you know, the attention, man. You know, because we played at Marquette, so I thought it was great to see, you know, for him, man. I thought it was extremely, extremely awesome. Let me see something here. Trying to pull up something for you guys here. Okay, so let me pull this up for you guys. Little coaches, get me Castle. Yo, Castle's not going anywhere. Stop that, coach. You know he's not going anywhere, man. Anywhere. Yo, Castle was up. Yo, you see Castle had Cade in jail. Yo, he had Cade in cuffs. You guys see that? Yo, the Spurs whipped them up, man. All that bully stuff that they was trying to do on the Spurs wasn't phasing them. The Spurs are too much for them, man, because they're too athletic. Look at OG. Look at OG. Defensive player of the game. Look at the big cat standing behind him like that. You see Deuce, right? See Deuce right there. Deuce, I think Deuce is working out, man. I think he's working out with the team, man. I think he's like quietly working out. You know, like doing stuff here and there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like, you know, just little rehab stuff. So when it's time, he's ready to go. I think he's doing a little rehab stuff. But you see the whole crew up in there. The whole crew, everyone's in there showing love to OG. It's great to see, man. Great to see. Great to see. Great to see. Great to see. Okay, so Edward Walker says, DOR looks comfortable on the court. Yo, look, Ed Walker, man. Listen, he looks great, man. He looks great. I just don't know how you. There's no way you keep him off the court, man. You can't. He's playing extremely, extremely well, man. I mean, the confidence is through the roof with this kid. And once again, he's only 20. He's only 20 years old, man. He's only 20 years old. The Knicks better lock him in this whole summer. Like, we should not be playing with that. He's the future. He's the future. You got to think, like, this is the window to win some championships here with this team. But you got to think, how many more years does the big cat have? This is 10 years, 10 years in the league for him. And he's a big man, right? So what do you say Cat has maybe what? Let's say 4 more years left? How many years Brunson has? Brunson's about 30. Maybe give Brunson maybe 4 or 5 years also. What about Josh? Maybe 3. Right? OG and Obi, give him a couple more years. Deuce, right? But I'm just saying, I'm talking about the top dogs. The top dogs. Right? They only got a couple of years in, man. So you got to start getting younger, man. You got to build in the draft. They found one in the draft. They found one. They got a steal in this kid. And he's just that good, man. I think the Knicks got one here, man. I think they got one. They got a steal here, man. So I think they got to take full advantage of this and make sure they lock him in and get him, you know what I mean, pretty much on a really good deal, which they got Deuce on, which was a really good deal. And have a situation where, you know he's not, it's kind of like a minor league deal, right? You kind of got him for the next 5 summers. I mean, I don't know. You know how it is, right? You get these deals where these guys on these rookie deals and the extended deals and not third aprons, sorry. You got the bird rights and all that stuff. You guys know what I'm getting at. Lock him into one of those deals, man. So where he's pretty much locking with the Knicks until his rookie deal is done with or whatever. And I think it'll be great, man, because I really think the Knicks got a steal here. People say he's like a Siakam. Yeah, I think he's a little bit more athletic than Siakam. I like Siakam, but I think he's a little bit more athletic than Siakam. It's just my opinion. So we just gotta kind of see. Oh no, great game, man. Great game. Shamet was good today too, man. Shamet I thought was great. Shamet 15 points for him. He was 5 for 7 from 3. Right, 3 assists, two stocks today for Shamet. Plus 20 in 23 minutes. Shamet was awesome tonight. Awesome, great game, great bounce back game for him. He's another one that I think the Knicks should definitely lock in this summer. He loves New York. He loves being here. Remember, he used to play for the Nets before. So this is a place that he wants to be. He wants to be here, man. He wants to play with this team because I think he likes living in the city. So if I'm the Knicks, I'm definitely looking to lock him in. Right? So you got Alvarado too, to lock him in as well. Yeah, I mean, I love our team. I love what we have. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to try to say, try to trade away certain guys. But I love our team. I love what we have. We just got to continue to develop these guys, and especially the young guys. And so I think that says something we should really kind of pay attention to, because we're going to need it, guys. We're going to have to start building, definitely from the draft and definitely from a lot of these guys who we're trying to get like a free agency and stuff like that. Like you're going to have to do that. We got to build that way and get younger, man. DOR was a plus 25 tonight. Plus 25. I mean, that's exceptional, man. Exceptional. Now, yes, I get it, right? The Bucks aren't that good. Man, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Still the NBA. And so I think, the more experience he gets, the better he's going to get as a player. But he led the team tonight with a plus 25 tonight. A big milestone tonight, too. Jalen Brunson has 7,000 points as a Knick. So I think he's got 10,000, I think, altogether as a player. So I think 3,000, of course, was with Dallas. 7,000 is with us, man. I mean, Brunson's really solidified himself as a superstar, man, in this league. I saw voting, too. I saw he was like top 10 in voting tonight. Top 10, I believe. Cardeska, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. It's big time win for the boys, 127-98. The captain, 27 points, 3 assists. Okay, guys, so I'm going to put the link in the chat. All right, so please, guys, if you want to hop on and please talk about the game, please do so. But also, too, guys, make sure, please, you cut off your cameras because of YouTube stuff. I'm going to try to keep things G-rated. But also, too, when you guys come in, like I said, make sure you have your camera off and make sure, please, no cursing and nothing like that. Please, 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 please. I don't want to get flagged here on YouTube, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me. There's a link in the chat. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys. 127-98. Okay, all right, cool. Looks like I got somebody queued up here right now. All right, let's do it. Yuri.
Mr. LV. Nice to see you again.
You too.
Couldn't be on the last game because, I had a little cough up on my end.
Nah, it's nice. It's okay, man. It's your world. Talk about it, Yuri.
Good win tonight by the boys in blue. Good win. This was a Milwaukee team that was 8 out of their last 10. They were playing great basketball. Matter of fact, they almost got into a play-in spot. I think we pushed them out a little bit by a game and a half. Mm-hmm. So this was definitely a good win. You still stay third in the East. And LV, I got a gripe with the media calling this team inconsistent. Now, when you look at the Knicks, they're third in the East. They got a 38-22 record, right? They're 8 in top 10 almost all categories. They're top 3 defensively in the East right now currently. They got a great point differential. I'm looking at the stats right here, in the standings. They have a plus 5.8 differential. They're in the top 3 teams in the East behind Detroit and Boston. So, I don't understand where the inconsistency narrative comes from. Maybe it's because they blew a game after they win one, they lose a game afterwards, and they go spiraling. I don't want to say they're coasting because I feel it's disrespectful to them because they play every night. I will say, though, that Mike Brown is still experimenting, in my point of view, from watching his games. What says you, LV?
Hey, listen, that's a great observation. Once again, Yuri, I appreciate you calling in. I think because of how they've been, they sometimes they play well, sometimes they don't. That's what it off and on. People don't trust them, right? They're kind of like a roller coaster. Just with they play good, then they don't, then they play good, and that's where I mentioned the coasting piece because I think what happened last year was big for them because remember Josh Hart made a statement last year after the Indiana series. He had nothing left. He said he was he felt
he was
bad.
gassed out.
He said he felt bad.
His body was there.
He said he had nothing left for that series.
His body was there. His mind wasn't.
Right. That's why he said he played so bad. He didn't have enough. And that was the part with Tibbs, right? He ran guys into the ground in the regular season.
Oh, you even heard Deuce drill shots at Tom Thibodeau in a postgame interview.
Right. So I think what's happened here with this team is I think they're so battle tested with the playoffs. They understand that regular season matters. But everything else was a buildup for May and June. April, May, and June. That's the buildup. And I think that this team, because they're a veteran team, they understand that. And so to me, I think some games they may take nights off. They don't want to
switch.
But they kind of maybe not go as hard as they should, right? Because of all the things. And like I said, I think it might be a PTSD thing because of what happened last year. They got so far. But when they got there, they didn't have nothing left. And I think they're trying to monitor that. And I think the coach is also trying to monitor that.
Mike Brown especially. I can't blame him for that.
Right. And so that's why I think, my opinion, why you see so much of this. I think that's what it is. Especially because, to your point, they are a really good team. When you see what their ratings are, their net ratings and all that stuff, like you just mentioned, Yuri, they're a top 10 team in the league. I mean, they're considered one of the top 5 teams in the league. They're that good. But I mentioned earlier when I started my show, I said, I think the Knicks have a playoff roster. They're so battle-tested, Yuri. They have guys that have been there. They know how to win in the playoffs. And because of their wings, of course, because of the captain, because of Cat, and the bench depth, when Deuce comes back, with the addition of Alvarado, and now Shamet is knocking down shots, and Mitch, they're going to be a really, really dangerous team, right? They're kind of flying underneath the radar. Everyone's saying this and that about them.
Because of the Pistons.
Right. But remember, when you start the playoffs, it's 0-0.
0. And I try telling a lot of fans that from different fan bases. I remember at one point when we used to care about the regular season so much. I think it was from the PTSD of how we suffered as fans since nearly a decade of bad basketball. Got to remember, we were in a laughingstock not that long ago. Detroit was in a laughingstock as well a couple seasons ago. You know, so I think it's PTSD from us fans that when we lose one, it feels like it's the end of the world. But we got to remember as fans that come playoff time, it's 0-0. All bets are off. You know, the whistle isn't going to be called as much. The fouls are probably going to be even more harder than expected. And there's not going to be a lot of calls. Hell, you might even see a lot of illegal screens in the playoffs, for God's sakes. You know?
But Yuri, also too, the beauty of the playoffs is you got to trust guys who've been there before, right?
Right.
And then the Knicks are battle tested. The one team out of all the teams, you know, of course, in the East, the one team I fear the most is Boston because they're battle tested. They know how to win.
That killer instinct that Boston has.
Right. And if Tatum comes back, they're going to be really dangerous. Because they know how to win. They've been there before, Yuri. And with their coach, who's a really, really good coach, he knows how to throw lineups out there. He knows how to do certain things. And so that's the one team. I don't worry about the Cavs. I don't worry about really Detroit like that because all those teams, they haven't proven anything yet.
And I know what I'm getting from Boston in the playoffs.
Right. And they're tough out. They're tough.
And I know what I'm getting from the Knicks in the playoffs.
Right. You got to think, Yuri, we have our whole starting five, all those guys, including Shamet as well, and even Deuce and Mitch now, right? So that's 8 guys who have a lot of playoff basketball underneath their belt, right? So that means something, Yuri, when April, May, and June roll around.
Now, if I sound like a hater for this, for what I'm about to say, let me know. And I also told this to Ant. I kind of got backlash from it, but I respected Ant's opinion on it. I don't trust Mohamed Diawara in the playoffs. I'm not throwing a rookie out there, especially in a playoff atmosphere game where he could be exposed at any minute. You know, I feel like I would rather have a more comfortable veteran out there like Sohan in the playoffs. You know,
hey, Yuri, that's not wrong, Yuri. I mean, you know, he's got to prove it. But the beauty of this is that this is why he's trying to build trust from Mike Brown now, right? So Mike Brown will give him an opportunity, especially in the first round. He'll throw him out there to see what he does, right, Yuri?
And if he affects the game,
he'll continue to see what he does. It will be a game by game basis, Yuri, right? But you know his horses, right? His horses are the top 8. The top 8 are, of course, the starting 5: Deuce, Shamet, and Mitch. Those are his horses. Those are the ones he's going to ride with. Now, number 9, that's iffy. That's going to probably be an Alvarado or maybe like a guy like a Sohan or maybe a Diawara. But we got to see. But he's going to throw him out there to see what he does because he's building the trust now during the season.
I think he's done experimenting at this point.
Right.
I think he's fully done. What you saw a Mike Brown simplified rotation. You know what that signals to me? He's done experimenting fully. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with this rotation throughout the next month of March and April. We're 2 months in. We're like a month away from playoffs. We got to start winning games.
Yeah, right. So when is March? When is March? Sunday, right? March 1st?
March is Sunday, and we're going up against the Spurs. Another playoff atmosphere game.
Yeah, we're basically 1 month out, man. The playoffs are the 14th, right? So yeah, we're right around the corner, man. I mean, listen, it feels good. I mean, look, you know, this is what you want, and this is what this team is building towards. I do think that we can catch the Celtics. I think we can catch them in the 2nd seed. If we can get
Celtics got a tough schedule coming up these next the next month of March.
Yeah,
I noticed. So I'm interested to see how the Celtics handle that. You know, I'm going to be looking at the standings a lot closer than expecting. Reason being because this is a parity league season if I've ever seen. I think I haven't seen a parity league season since the 2022 season. And we all know how parity league that was.
Right.
You know, and if you look at all the other seasons that were parity league a few years back, like 2024, 2023, hell, you can even count in 2022. The Knicks weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs.
Right.
In 2022.
Right.
As well. I think there's going to be a lot of exposing come playoff time.
Agreed.
We're going to see if the Pistons are truly number 1 in the East. We're going to see if the Knicks are really the sleeper pick. We're going to see if Boston can do well without Tatum in the playoffs. I don't see Tatum coming back in the playoffs. I can't see it.
Right.
You know, that
That would
Achilles.
that would be insane if they try to make him come back.
Yeah,
There's no way. There's no way. If I'm Boston, if I'm the doctors over there, if I'm the GM, if I'm the owner, I tell the doctors,
hold off on Tatum.
You tell him he's not ready yet. You tell him that. There's no. He's too good of a. Why would he risk that?
And the team's got good chemistry without him too.
Yeah, like well, you know, he's come on, man. He's all NBA. He's already got a champion. He's already got a championship. Why would he risk that, man?
You got Toronto, who's also asleep, but they haven't been back in the playoffs though for a very long time, LB. Then you got Philly. You know who I think's really a sleeper come playoff time? I know they just lost to the Pistons tonight. Yo, the Cavaliers are sleepers, man. After they got the Harden and Mitchell upgrade, I know Harden's got a fractured thumb.
Yeah, we gotta see what that's gonna look. That's big. That's big though, Yuri. We gotta see. He's not. They said he's not getting surgery. He's gonna play through it. We gotta see if that's gonna affect him. That's big. That's big. That's
I don't. It's on his non-shooting hand though. That's the problem.
You need your hands, Yuri.
No matter what.
You need your hands. Your thumb is very
You're
important when you're playing hoops, man. I know when I played, it doesn't matter if I sprain any finger. That's really, really tough, man, to play with. Remember what it did to Josh Hart last year? Remember? He couldn't shoot with his finger. It was causing him problems.
And now he's back to shooting normally, finally.
Right. You know what I mean? So it can – I'm just saying, not saying if you have time, but if it just happens right before the playoffs, which basically it is a month out, that's going to be a lot for him to deal with. You know, he's got to deal with the pain and stuff like that. You know, we got to see what his pain tolerance is and what that looks like, but that's not something we just kind of roll over and just dismiss. You know what I'm saying?
So, I'm even looking at Miami, Orlando. Detroit's gonna have to face one of these guys.
Listen, Yuri, you never count out Spo. Never.
We learned that lesson in 2023.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
He was out coaching Tom Thibodeau like it was.
Yeah, he was running circles around him, man. You know what I'm saying? So you never count out Spo, man. You just don't do it. The Knicks were a better team then too, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It really didn't matter. And they're not afraid to get down and dirty too. We've seen that.
Yeah. You know that. They're listen, man. They're tough out, man. They're tough out. Having Bam over there, Tyler Hero, and those guys. They're just tough, man. Spo just knows. I don't know what it is. He just has a gift.
Tyler Hero, I'm not a believer in because he always usually chokes in the playoffs. But I wouldn't be surprised if this year's different with him, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just the Heat culture.
Remember what Spo said after that last season? He said that he abandoned the pick and roll system, and now Miami's putting up crazy numbers. I know they died down once the second half of the season started, and I don't know how that new offense for them is going to translate come playoff time. And this is the part where I'm really interested to see Mike Brown's coaching in playoffs. How is his new quote-unquote offense going to be in the playoffs? I think Mike Brown's system fits perfectly in the playoffs. And it's a half-court offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, are we going to see Cat get involved? Are we going to see the basketball we saw tonight?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He looked great tonight. I mean, Cat looked great tonight. He looks like he's in the flow of the offense. It looks like they're looking for him. Looks like they're looking for him. He's getting a lot of easy buckets. He looked really good tonight. I think OG finally woke up tonight. So, I mean, listen, look, this is the team that a lot of people feel can win the championship, right? So if these guys play like this in the playoffs, no one's going to beat us just because of what we can. And, you know, the captain is who he is.
Yeah,
there's nobody in this league. Nobody. I don't care who it is.
Deuce is walking.
Right.
Deuce is jogging.
There's nobody I trust in this league when it's 2 minutes left in the game and it's winning time.
And Jalen Brunson.
Nobody. He's the one. He's at the top of the list. So
I got three people I can trust. Number one's Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it's going to be crazy to say, I actually trust Mikal in the playoffs because of the plays he made. Number three is Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Four is Hart. And I trust number five is OG. Mm-hmm. I say 5 for OG because I know OG's inconsistency you saw it in the playoffs with the free throws. I know he got better at it this year with the clutch free throws he's hit. But I just feel like I need to see more for OG before I can fully trust him with the clutch.
Hey, Yuri, quick question. I remember I asked you if you remember, do you think that Deuce will be ready, right? Before, remember?
Yeah, I remember you asking me that. And if Deuce is walking early, if Deuce is shooting without the jump shot, I know they don't have him jumping right now.
I think he's rehabbing now with the team, Yuri. There's no way, Yuri, he's traveling with them and he's not rehabbing.
Deuce is a dog. That's all I gotta say about
I,
Deuce.
I think he's rehabbing and getting himself prepped and ready for the playoffs.
You think they're keeping it on the DL now?
Right. I don't think he's shooting jump shots. He's not running suicides. I'm not saying that. But whatever he has to rehab, I think they're doing that.
Yeah, no, I read a report today from Stephen Monty is that they're having him shoot, but they're not having him jump. So if I had to guess, they're probably having him shoot around the rim.
So Yuri, there you go. So he's basically rehabbing Yuri. So he's going to be ready when the playoffs come. Ready to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
ready to roll out the ball. Let's play. I'm ready for this game because I've been rehabbing this whole time. There's no way Yuri would be on the road trip if he's not doing that. He will be at home getting, that facility getting services, correct?
Agreed. I definitely agree with you, LV.
I think he's going to be ready, Yuri, for the playoffs.
Yeah, me too. I think he'll be ready come playoff time. I'm just concerned about how he's going to look in the playoffs, LV.
Well, he'll basically be off 2 months, right?
He's going to be off 2 months, yeah.
Right. So he's gonna have to get his sea legs underneath him. But I mean, Deuce is a great athlete, man. He's like me. He played football and basketball. He's a hell of an athlete. So
if you can get Deuce back before March ends, that'll give him plenty enough time to get his sea legs under.
If he's doing basketball stuff.
Yeah. If you can get Deuce back by March, I'm confident you can get him back before the playoffs. LV, I'm going to rejoin the stream again. Your connection sounds iffy on my end.
Oh, okay. All right. No problem, Yuri. Appreciate you, man. So, yeah, that was Yuri, man. Big shout out to him. Appreciate him coming through rock with me. Listen, there's the link right there if you guys want to hop on. Great win for them boys tonight, man. Great win for them. What do you guys think? You guys think Deuce is going to be ready, man? You guys think Deuce is going to be ready? I think Deuce is going to be ready, man. I think Deuce is going to be super duper ready for the playoffs. So, yeah. All right, guys, let me pull up. I got the big cat here. He did a post game. So let's bring up the big cat right here. Thought he had another exceptional game, another double-double, man. Leads the league in double-doubles. I mean, Cat is he's just awesome, man. You're playing really, really well. They're definitely trying to find him, which I think is great. He's got to continue to keep it flowing, man. So big game this weekend, though. Big game. I think we match up well against the Spurs, though. I think we match up pretty well against the Spurs. All right, guys. So listen, this is the big cat. Let's listen to him post game. Talk about everything. Make sure the volume is up here for you guys. Make sure the volume is good. Turn this up a bit. Okay. Let's listen to the big cat.
It's important to battle through adversity. And, when you're in a playoff setting, you may lose one. You got to get the next one. And we're doing a good job of showing that we can bounce back quick. So it's a good sign for us. But, about consistency is everything. So as long as we could keep building off this momentum, keep building off this mindset, we'll be the best team we could be when it comes to late April. It's important.
So if you heard what he said, he's talking about how they're able to kind of build up. So this goes back to what I mentioned earlier, right? This team is prepping and preparing for the playoffs. Like they're getting ready, man. And what he stated was that they're able to kind of win one and lose one and stuff like that. He said, it's not good, but that gets your mindset ready for the playoffs because you're going to have tough games in the playoffs. And you got to know how to bounce back. And like he said, this type of chemistry that they're building is going to get them ready for that run in late April. So these guys are already thinking playoffs. So that's why I'm not surprised if maybe they might have a couple of mental lapses in some games. Because I think this team is truly, truly thinking about April, May, and March. They may be looking ahead. And that's bad. Like, I get it. You got to focus on one game at a time, 1 week at a time. Like, I understand that, right? But this team is so battle-tested that I think unconsciously sometimes, by accident, they automatically start thinking about the future. They automatically start thinking about games and stuff like that in the playoffs, and that's where their mind automatically goes. And it's not good. I understand you got to focus on it, but it's difficult, man. These guys are ready. These guys are ready for the playoffs. Trust me, they understand what happened last year and how they dropped the ball and losing. They were 2 games away from getting to the finals, guys. 2 games away. And so that irks at you during the off season. And so I could tell all these guys are uber focused for this moment. And so I think they do have mental lapses and where they may, I don't want to say they take days off, but I can see it where they might kind of have off games where they should be more locked in than they are, but they're not. And that they're kind of like getting their bodies ready for what April, May, and June are going to be, because they're going to be wars. They understand that. And when they want to be their best selves, meaning not burnt out, that they're ready to go, they got their legs, they got their wind up, and they're ready for that push, because that's what it is in the playoffs, guys. It is the law of attrition. It is not even so much how better your team is, nothing. It's about who's the healthiest team, who's got less injuries, who can deal with the wear and tear of the season, and who are ready to go during that time, and who can play their best basketball when it matters. That's what the Pacers showed last year. And to be honest, I thought the Pacers were going to beat OKC before Halliburton went down. They were winning that game. And no one thought the Pacers had even had a chance against them. A chance. I thought they were going to lose in 5. And they took that joint 7, leading before he went down. So Halliburton plays. Are the Pacers world champs? Maybe, man, maybe. But, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I get all that stuff. But what I'm saying is I think the Knicks feel that they let one slip away last year. And I think they want to make sure that they get into the playoffs healthy and strong, and guys have the legs for that playoff push. Based on the Big Cat, like he stated, this is what this is kind of teaching them. You know, you're pretty much, you're battle tested. And that's what Big Cat is talking about. And that's what he's stating here. And so I just think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think, I think tonight was a big game. Though they played really well. But also, too, guys, let's be honest. They did well on a road trip, man. They got the wins, and what they felt they should have won, and that was it, man. And get the wins, and that's it. Move on and get ready for Sunday. I think Sunday, we match up really, really well with these guys, man. I think we match up really, really well. Really, really well. Also, too, a note for you guys about the Knicks this month of February, right, guys? Ready? Guys, the Knicks went 8-4 in February. 8-4. The second best record they've had in 30 years. You hear that? I'm going to say it to you again. They went 8-4 this month. That was their second best record in February in 30 years. 30 years. That's a stat of the night for you guys. So, based on what Yuri said, my guy, I appreciate Yuri coming through rock on me. The Knicks are way better than what people are looking at them as, man. And I know that. I understand that. But I think this team is playoff ready, man. I think this is a playoff team, and I think this is a team you do not want to play in the playoffs. You do not want to play. And so I think that, all these experiences and all these things that they're going through, the ups and the downs, and just learning of the offense and all that stuff that comes with this. I think this is a situation that, these are things that they're learning from. And so I think it's pretty awesome. So as of now, right now, guys, the Knicks are 38-22, right? They are now 1.5 games up on Cleveland for the 3rd seed, all right? And so it's just good to see. It's good to see, man. So I think they're pretty much primed and ready to make a really, really good push, man. So we just got to keep it going. All right, guys. So listen, really quick, what do you guys think about let me pull this up here. What do you guys think about the game Sunday? What do you guys think? Because I'll be going live Sunday too, man. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we pretty much take care of business there? Spurs are rolling, man. Spurs are rolling. You saw what they did at Detroit, man. They look really, really good. Really, really good. They're starting to get their stride. but I think we match up well against them. I don't know why, but I think we match up really, really well. Now we got to see what we look like, without Deuce, right? Which is big. But I still do think we match up really well against them. Our wings, especially our bigs on Cat, which is huge because we got really big centers who are athletic enough to deal with Wemby. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. So our bigs for Wemby. So you got Cat 7 feet, you got Mitch at 7 feet. Both that are athletic that Wemby's going to have a hard time with, and we've proven that both times that we've played them. Now Wemby has played well, but it wasn't like a pure domination. He's had his moments, right? And the way he's playing now, I mean, he's just he's an alien, man. I mean, we know how good he is. What is he? Almost 8 feet tall now? Like, how big is he? What is he? 7'5", 7'7"? Something insane. I heard he's still growing. I don't know. It's just rumors out there, but I'm just saying. But I think our bigs pose problems for him, right? And so that's key. But I think where the Knicks win this game, is those non-Wemby minutes. With Kornet out there, Kornet against Mitch. Mitch has got to win that line. Mitch has got to win that matchup. And of course, if Cat is out there with Kornet, he's got to dominate Kornet. He's got to dominate him. So I want to bring up the schedule for you guys really quickly. Okay, so here's the schedule here, guys. Right? So as you see here, we got San Antonio, right? So right after that, we have Toronto and we got OKC, right? So it's going to get sticky here, guys. It's going to get sticky here. So these couple of games right here, all playoff teams that we're looking at right here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these next 6 games are all playoff teams. And then 2 out of the 6 are at home, right? Against 2 of the top teams, right? So we got San Antonio and OKC. We've been fabulous at home this year. So I think that should be big. Now, I don't know if Shea's going to be back Wednesday or Jalen Williams is going to be back Wednesday when we play OKC. So we got to see what that looks like. But if they're not, so well, let's get a victory, man. Let's continue to stack wins. But I think we can beat San Antonio. I think that's something we've proven that we match up well against them. So I think we can beat them Sunday. It's how we start, right? Castle's going to be a tough check for Brunson. He gave Cade problems and he gave Brunson the problems last time they played, right? But I think it's going to be up to the wings. I think OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and I think those guys have to dominate their lineup. I think Josh Hart's going to come out firing like he did tonight, and I think we'll be good to go, man. I think we'll be good to go, and I think we could steal a win from the Spurs on Sunday. Then we got Toronto, right? It's going to be tough up there, but I think we have their number. I think we beat Toronto. OKC, depending on who plays. If they're shorthanded again, I think we get that win. Then we go on a West Coast trip, which is going to be tough. I'm just being honest with you guys. We're going to be on the road for basically a whole week from that Friday all the way to the following Friday because we got Denver, the Lakers, the Clippers. Utah stinks, but they're always tough in Utah. I'll keep on stressing that, right? and that's a 9 p.m. game. Right? And then we got to go to Indiana. Indiana stinks, but they always want to play their best basketball when they play us. So, once again, these are games we cannot take lightly at all, especially with the way the standings are. Let's continue. And this gets kind of easy here after this, man. Look, we got Indiana, Golden State, Indiana at home, Brooklyn, Washington, New Orleans, right? So, it starts getting easier there, man. It gets easier, but then it gets tough again right here, right? Charlotte's been playing really, really good basketball. So we cannot take them lightly. At Charlotte, then at OKC, and at Houston. Back-to-back games. I believe Shea will probably be back around this time. So we got to get ready to have that we're going to be facing OKC at their best. And, of course, Houston's going to want to get revenge for us coming back from 18 points down in that fourth. Right? So that's going to be a tough one. And then we end off strong. We got at Memphis. That should be an easy win. Chicago, easy win. At Atlanta should be an easy win. And then he's going to be tough. These last 3 games right here are playoff teams. Boston, Toronto, and Charlotte is fighting and clawing to get into the playoffs, man. And I think they're going to. I think they're going to get in the playoffs this year. That's how well they're playing. And Boston right here, this game could be a battle for the 2nd seed right here, right? And so, Toronto may rest some of their guys to get them ready for the playoffs. I don't know. But these 2 games right here, Boston and Charlotte, be prepared for a dogfight. Boston's going to probably be fighting for us for the 2nd seed, so everyone's going to play. You never know. Tatum might be back during this time, or he might not be back. I don't know. Right? So you have that going on. Then Toronto might rest some of their guys because they don't want nobody to get hurt. The playoffs are right around the corner. Charlotte is going to play everybody because they're going to be scratching and clawing to try to get into the playoffs. So once again, guys, this is going to be a tough stretch here. I mean, there's a couple of games here that I think are easy wins for us, but there's some sneaky tough games there that we got to kind of pay attention to and identify, man. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be Anthony Roberson. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win for the boys, 127-98. The captain, 27 points, 3 assists, man. Great win for them boys. Listen, guys. I'm about to get up out of here. Listen, I will be back Sunday to discuss the Spurs game. So please come through and check that out, right? But I'm LV Live. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on replay, gang, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. And once again, when you subscribe, right, please hit that bell icon right at the bottom right there to get all notifications on all my shows. All right, listen, people, I'm LV Live, and I'm out of here. I will be going live Sunday to discuss the Spurs game, so please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.